Hi everyone, Susan here from susanwinter.net. Thank you for joining me. I have more questions today. This is about love triangles, not a triad, not an equal three people in a relationship, a triangle, which means one person is doing well and two people are uncomfortable. Okay? So let's get to this. This is from a lovely, lovely lady. You know, I can feel who you are through your letters. And I just feel, I don't know, I wrote this woman back immediately. I just felt so close to her. Her name's Audrah. She's from Paris. So lovely. And we're going to get Audrah straight here. Okay, so here's her question. Dear Susan, thank you for your invaluable advice and the support you offer your audience and clients via your multimedia posts. Well, thank you too. Like many who reach out to you, I'm rather stumped. Okay, dating today, who wouldn't be? I've got that. I navigated the beginnings of a rather complex relationship thanks to your advice. All right, that's good. I'm glad. You got to where you've gotten past the little small conversation and now you're in the dating cycle. Very good. Now I'm again in a situation increasingly common in modern dating, that of love triangles, where a person appears equally uncommitted to two potential partners while they make up their mind. Surprisingly enough, there's very little out there as far as personal growth coaching about this topic. Can you please make a video or a series about how to deal with this when you genuinely like the person? Audrah? Okay, here we go. Sometimes in my answering, it hits me on a certain emotional level because one question is indicative of so many things that are happening today in modern dating. This to me is an outgrowth of an entitled, selfish person that's utilizing the free nature of our modern dating pool where everybody's confused and everybody's kind of dating people at the same time because nobody quite knows. And I get the fact that for many people that are doing this, especially for the millennial group, they're figuring out what they want, and that is a way to do it. And I also get for other people, it's simply evening out the odds. It's a numbers game that, you know, if I'm dating three people and this one falls by the wayside and that one goes back to his or her ex, then at least I have one. But my greater concern here is what I have seen happening to people that are writing me letters like this. And the people I coached all weekend, because I had non-stop people, and it was all, I think it's my tipping point, because it was all about this feeling about, I'm ready, I'm there, I know I like this person, and I can't move forward because they are either backpedaling, stalling, or taking advantage of a confusing situation. And this is where I want to remind all of you that I think you've been systematically programmed to not complain, especially women. We've been forced to be mute because if you say, hey, I don't like this, now you're crazy or you're insecure. Do you know how many people gave me legitimate, concerning issues just in this weekend about having had a relationship? And then it gets funny and then they're supposed to wait around and give the person space. What is this? That's not fair. That's not fair. I'm confused, so you just have a timeout, but wait for me. Oh, I know you're going through emotional anguish, but you know, I don't know what I feel yet. Really? Really? I worry more about this line. Audrah, come on. How to deal with this. You shouldn't have to deal with this. You know, I can't stop everybody from doing what they're doing. And I'm hoping that maybe if you're watching this today and you're a gal and you've got girlfriends, I'm going to ask you to consider the 3-month rule has expired. Tell your friends, hey, there's no more 3-month rule. If you've been seeing a guy a couple times and now he's still seeing other people and you're not so sure you like it, you just say, you know what, I'm not waiting around while you figure it out. The more that there are consequences for these actions, the sooner you will get out of that dilemma. Nobody has the right to sexually or emotionally reserve you while they're thinking. Because I'll tell you the truth about this, and you know it's true for yourself. When you really like somebody, people are not equal. When you're just kind of marking time, everybody's the same. You see this one, you see that one. They're agreeable, they're nice people, but they don't really do it for you. Because that one person that you really do like, oh my goodness, do you make time for them? And they are a priority. And it's no different. We want to think, oh, we're going to give them time. I don't dare say how I feel because I'll look weak, needy, and insecure. No, you should not have to get comfortable being insecure. You should not learn to be comfortable not being a priority. You should inherently rail against this, and your self-esteem should come up and say, I know that may be the trend. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. When somebody is a serious shopper and they're not window shopping, they're not treading water and marking time, they will focus on one person at a time. And if it doesn't work out, they'll eliminate it, go back to the drawing board. But this multiple dating is really an excuse for never settling down with one person. Again, it depends on where you are. If you don't know what you want, then play with people who don't know what they want. But the minute you know what you want and you've stated it, and I'm sure if Audrah's been watching this, that she has stated, I'm looking for a relationship. No, Audrah, you don't wait while he tests you and some other person, or she tests you and some other person. You don't wait around. That's not acceptable. I want to date you. When you're free and you're single, you think you're interested in me, let's continue. We've gone out a few times. You know, it's starting a relationship and at least focusing on one person doesn't mean, okay, this is it for the rest of my life. It means I like you enough that I'm going to give you a fair shot. Without the clutter, without the distraction, I'm going to focus on you and let's explore what we have here. And if we notice in a couple months it doesn't work out, then at least we tried, and we tried in earnest, and I treated you fairly. But I want to tell you, this person that you genuinely care for, okay, I want you to think twice about the entitled, selfish, spoiled person that would put somebody through that for their benefit. Now, I don't know if their only goal is to have sex or it's to be adored. I don't know. And if they are that conflicted and can't move, do you really want to be with a partner that's this conflicted from the get-go? Because honestly, relationships involve a lot of challenges. I would rather know where a person stands and have them be clear-minded. At least some definitive statement. It is only clearing the board. It's not about being insecure. It's about yes or no, in or out. We've got to stop wasting each other's time and stop breaking hearts and stop thinking it's okay to break ours. No, there's no more 3-month rule. But Susan said so. Okay, I don't care. If 5 of you listen, then you're not going to be hurt. Why would you put yourself through that? The guy gets to go through women for 3 months at a time and then makes up his mind, but he doesn't want any of them. Because if he really wanted one person, he would eliminate the rest. It's natural. It's natural. It's the cutting horses. You know, get the one calf out of the. It's natural. When you want one person, you focus on them. I'm asking all of you to honor yourself. Honor yourself. If the people you're dating aren't honoring you, then you do it yourself. Bring your own value up inside. Don't be afraid to raise your own confidence level and know what your worth is. Because if you're waiting for a person to notice your worth and they can't see it, it's because you haven't done your job well enough. And it doesn't mean you're insecure. Doesn't mean you're reactive. Doesn't mean you're narrow-minded. It means you know your worth. Audrah, I know your worth from reading this. You're worth a lot more than that. I wish you all well. Please continue to write me. Write in big caps, video. Okay, that will help me to assess what this is when I see it throughout the body of the comments. Write it right on this YouTube page on any God, sorry. I'm going to try and fade this out. That's New York City. That's nothing but emergency vehicles. But so this is what we live with, right? So, and I also want to thank you, those of you who have reached out to me individually for consultations, because I've gotten to know a number of you, and we've made terrific progress in the time that we've worked together. Thank you so much for following this station. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments. Write me more videos that you'd like to see. Don't hesitate to check out my consultation page because I can do a lot here. But where the magic happens is where we work privately one-on-one. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye now.